Chairman. And I don't know what else to say other than House Republicans seem set on wasting the rest of their time in Congress on measures that give them something to fill their press releases with instead of trying to fix real problems. H.R. 6276 is supposed to help evaluate federal building utilization. And yeah, it's important that we make sure that we're using federal office space wisely. But this bill is not the right solution. Basically, the bill says that if you work from home just once a week, you don't work from work. You work from home, which means the government can get rid of your office. I mean, how does that make any sense? It doesn't. I mean, the private sector gets it. I don't know why we can't follow the lead of the private sector. We had a global pandemic where we all realized that it's possible to work from home pretty darn efficiently. Maybe not every day, but some days. So this bill doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me the way it's been drafted. But this is a pattern in this Congress. House Republicans are so blinded by frustration and anger or trying to score political points that rather than fixing a problem, they pass a bill so they can say they passed a bill. It's just another missed opportunity to solve a problem that has been hamstringed by GOP incompetence. And then we have H-Res 1065, another resolution denouncing the Biden administration's immigration policy. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this non-binding resolution, which, by the way, does absolutely nothing, is almost identical to another do-nothing measure on immigration advanced by the House Republican majority. In fact, we did a similar resolution only 3 months ago. The reality is that this is all Republicans have to offer: half-baked, lazy measures that don't address any serious fundamental issues at our southern border. This resolution is just another empty attempt to pretend like they care about border security while they sit on the issue so that Trump and Republican candidates can use it as a campaign slogan in November. They go on TV and say, secure the border, but then kill bills that actually try to fix our broken border system. This resolution purports to call on the president to use authorities he has to detain and remove specific individuals from the United States. I have news from my Republican friends. We don't have to call on the president to do anything. This is Congress, not a debate club. We can actually pass laws that change policy. But we know Republicans don't actually want to do that because they don't want to fix the problem. House Republicans killed the bipartisan border security bill in the Senate. All they claim to want is for their grossly partisan bill, H.R. 2, to be signed into law, seemingly ignoring the fact that H.R. 2 was voted on and it lost big time. It only got 32 votes in the Senate. It was the Cruz Amendment. And even if it were to pass the Senate, President Biden would never sign it into law because it's a crappy bill. Look, any way you square it, Republicans now own the border crisis. They continue to pass meaningless resolutions that urge and affirm and now call on. They scream in committees and on the House floor. They use victims of crimes like Lake and Riley as props, but they don't actually do anything. This isn't serious legislation. This is another press release. And we expect it won't be the last time they put forward a pointless resolution like this. The majority is so broken that it seems the House Republican leadership plans to put up these silly do-nothing immigration measures every week to help solidify GOP votes to pass the rule. They literally have to do this so that this body, the United States House of Representatives, can just function. You cannot make this stuff up. Rather than rolling up their sleeves and working with Democrats to fix our broken immigration system or dealing with the underlying problems causing individuals to come to the U.S. border, MAGA Republicans continue to demonize migrants and demagogue this issue. Again, I remind my colleagues, the reality is that we are living in a time of divided government. There's a Republican majority in the House, only by a little bit, a Democratic majority in the Senate, only by a little bit, and a Democratic president. This attitude that it's my way or the highway is just unrealistic, and it is really a blatant attempt to just try to preserve an issue in an election year. So we are here wasting time while there are real problems we can be solving that matter to the American people. It's messed up. And with that, I yield back, Mr. Chairman.